Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be about the culture shocks that I experienced as a Nigerian living in Germany. Guys, I've been wanting to do this video since forever. I'm super excited that I'm finally sharing this with you. If you watched my previous video, my get to know me video, you know that I moved to Germany 4 years ago as a student from Nigeria. And moving here, studying here and living here has been quite an experience for me, trust me. I've had lots of experiences that I found to be strange and some were even shocking. And one of the culture shocks that I experienced living here is that Sundays are very quiet here. The clothing stores are closed, the grocery stores are closed. You cannot do any kind of shopping here on Sundays, and the streets are even empty, and you don't get to do noisy activities, like moving your lawn, blending and things like that, because your neighbors can even call the police on you because you're disturbing their rest. So this was like very different from what I was used to in Nigeria, because on Sundays in Nigeria, people still go to the market, people buy, people sell. Even on Christmas days in Nigeria, you go to market on Christmas days, you see lots of people buying and selling. So moving to Germany, I found this really strange. Like, why is everywhere closed on Sundays, right? And I believe this has to do with the importance Germans place on the quality of life, neighborly consideration, and the need to rest, which I think is really cool. Another culture shock that I experienced here is that Germans are very punctual, as in very punctual. Moving here from Nigeria, where we have African time, where you fix an event for 12 p.m, you see people coming by 1 p.m, 2 p.m, and sometimes you still meet up with the event though. It's totally different here. Here, Germans keep to time. Lateness is even considered as being rude or disrespectful. Imagine that. So it was really difficult for me to adjust because I had to meet up with lecture time. I can't be late. I have to be on time. When lecture is fixed for 9 o'clock, it's starting at 9 o'clock, not 9:01, no 9:02. So that was like a bit strange for me when I moved here. Another shock for me is that people smoke a lot in Germany. A lot of people smoke here, both young and old. In fact, they even observe smoking breaks at work and sometimes in classroom. Moving here from Nigeria, where smokers are seen some type of way, some are even being labeled as being irresponsible, I found this to be really strange. I've had to do classroom projects in group where my group mates just keep hearing, "Excuse me, I have to take a smoke, excuse me, I have to take a smoke." Honestly, it was really strange for me because it was different from what I was used to. So if you're moving to Germany, you should have it in mind that a lot of people smoke in Germany. Another shock for me was that there are lots of bicycles in Germany. When I moved to Germany, I used to think they had more bicycles than cars. Can you imagine that? Because then you see the professors, they're all coming in their bicycle. Almost all your classmates, they all own a bicycle. I used to think everyone owned a bicycle in Germany. I had to go and learn how to ride a bicycle, Another shock for me was the waste disposal and recycling method here in Germany. I think it's top notch. Even though I didn't see it as that when I first moved in, I thought it was crazy. I was like, who separates waste? So you have to separate your paper from your plastics and your food waste. They go into different bins. So it means you have to have different waste bin in your house for your paper, your plastics, your food waste. And this is very different from how it's being done in my country, because we don't separate waste, we just dispose everything together. It all goes into the same bin. So moving to Germany and seeing that I have to separate my waste, at first it was very stressful, but I think right now I don't think I can do it any other way. Another shock for me was the level of bureaucracy in Germany. Germany is literally the home of bureaucracy. Oh my god, the thought of it alone gives headache. There are lots of papers involved, issued from different places, which means at home you get to store lots of documents in paper form. Trust me guys, it's not fun. So if you're moving to Germany and when you have to renew your permits, maybe open a bank account, sign a housing contract or a work contract, just know that the level of bureaucracy here is on a different level. The next one is the less priority to greeting. I found this super strange because I was moving from a country where people accord a lot to greeting. Greeting can be seen as a sign of respect or a sign of disrespect. I've had this situation where my mom will come back from work and she's like telling me about someone she thinks is mad at her, maybe not happy with her, and I'm like, how do you know this person is not happy with you when you didn't even have a conversation with her? And she's like, the way she greeted me when she saw me this morning, I think something must be wrong. Now you know where I'm coming from, right? Yeah, it's totally different here. And another one which I found to be very sweet is the fact that people always give up their seats to elderly people and pregnant people in the public transport. And in trams and buses here, they always make provision for elderly people and maybe sick people. They always have these places where they put some kind of signs that shows that it's for elderly or sick people. But sometimes it gets full and people still have to give up their seats to elderly people. It's very sweet. It was so easy for me to adjust to this because I really love that about them. Another shock for me was the fact that there are two types of rent in Germany, the cold rent and the warm rent. The cold rent is the rent without the utility bills, while the warm rent is like your total bill. I found this to be very strange when I moved in because in Nigeria you just have your total rent which you pay at the end of every year, but here it was different. And most times the warm rent varies depending on the amount of water or energy that you use, or sometimes the cost of energy at that point in time. So if you're moving to Germany and you have to search for an apartment, be sure to ask if the rent that is being displayed on the website is just the cold rent or the warm rent, because a lot of times they only display just the cold rent. And finally was the fact that the rooms and floors are counted differently in Germany. This gave me a very big shock when I moved here because it was very different in Nigeria where you don't count the living room. When someone tells you I live in a 2-bedroom apartment, it means I have 2 bedrooms and 1 living room. But when I tell you I live in a 2-room apartment in Germany, it means I have a bedroom and a living room. So it's very confusing for someone that it's just moving into Germany, because it took me a long while before I got used to saying, oh, it's just a bedroom and a living room. When I tell you I live in a 3-room apartment in Germany, it means I have 2 bedrooms and 1 living room, while in Nigeria it means I have 3 bedrooms and 1 living room. So it was very crazy for me when I moved in. So these were the culture shocks that stood out for me living here in Germany. I know some of you might have had a different experience, especially if you moved to Germany from a different country that is not Nigeria. Some of these culture shocks might not even be strange to you. So you're welcome to share your experience with me in the comment section. Did you enjoy this video? Was it helpful? Would you like to see more of this video? You're welcome to give me your feedbacks in the comment section. Thank you so much guys for watching my video. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel if you have subscribed, and please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. Please give this video a thumbs up and share this video. See you in my next video. Bye.